With our Pi-Hack dev board, a Raspberry Pi CM5, and an SSD, we're going to build a multi-service home server. Join us on this journey, and we'll show you step by step how to set it up yourself. Whenever we work with a compute module and a dev board, the first thing we do is connect it to our computer to flash the operating system. In this case, we want the system to boot directly from the NVMe SSD. To do this, we use a tool called our PI boot. We connect a USB cable to the programming port of our board and power it on. In a few moments, the computer will recognize the storage drives, and we can load Raspberry Pi OS onto the SSD. Once installed, we either open the terminal locally or connect to the device remotely via SSH. As always, the first step is to make sure the system is fully updated. Next, we find out the IP address of our device and configure it as a static IP. After a quick reboot, we are ready to start. The first step is to install and configure Docker, the tool that will allow us to run services as isolated containers. Once Docker is installed, we test it by running the Hello World container to make sure everything is working correctly. Next, we install Portainer, the platform that lets us manage all our containers through a web interface. When the installation is complete, we open a browser, connect to Portainer, create a local account, and we are ready to access the dashboard of our Docker Container Manager. In the description box of this video, we've included a link to a blog post where we explain step by step how to do this project yourself. The first service we'll install on our server is Vaultwarden, an open-source tool that lets you create, manage, and store your passwords locally, securely, and privately. No cloud services required. First, create a network in Portainer to connect the service stacks. Then, create and deploy the main Vaultwarden stack in Portainer. In our blog post, you'll find all the code ready to copy and paste to install all the services. The next step is to create a self-signed SSL certificate via SSH. You will also need to edit the Vaultwarden configuration. Return to Portainer and install the Nginx stack. Nginx is a high-performance, open-source web server and reverse proxy. After the stack is running, open a browser and connect to your device's IP using HTTPS, and that's it. You're now inside your private password manager. Take a few moments to explore the interface and all the options it offers. For more detailed documentation, check out Vaultwarden's official website, linked in the description box, to get the most out of this powerful tool. The next service we're going to install on our home server is Nextcloud, an open-source private cloud that lets you store, manage, and access your files from your local network, all private, self-hosted, and completely free. This is one of the services that will benefit the most from using an SSD to store your data, giving you faster access and more reliable storage. To install Nextcloud, go to the Stack section in Portainer, click Add Stack, give it a name, and paste the code that will deploy and run Nextcloud. You can find the full code in our blog post. Once the stack is deployed, open a browser and navigate to the IP of your device, followed by the port you assigned for Nextcloud. Create an account, select the tools you want to add to your dashboard, and you're ready to go. From this moment on, you can start uploading your files, storing them securely, and access them from any device connected to your local network. Nextcloud is a very powerful and complete tool. We've included a link in the description to the official Nextcloud website, where you can find documentation to help you make the most out of your private cloud. Now we're going to install Ollama, a tool that allows you to download and test AI models locally, privately, and completely free. To install Ollama, we follow the usual procedure. In Portainer, go to Stacks, click Add Stack, give it a name, and paste the code you'll find in our blog into the web editor. Wait for the stack to deploy. Once it's ready, you can interact with AI models directly from Portainer. Go to the Containers section, select Ollama, and open the console. This gives you a terminal-style interface to chat with these LLMs. Running this service on a Raspberry Pi lets you experiment with lightweight AI models. One of the best-performing models for this setup is Gemma 3. Download it, run a quick test, and there you go. You now have an AI model running on your home server. For those of you with connected equipment on your local network, the next service we're installing is Home Assistant. It allows you to control and manage your smart home, coordinating all compatible devices. To install Home Assistant, we follow the usual procedure. In Portainer, go to Stacks, click Add Stack, give it a name, and paste the installation code into the web editor. Once you deploy the stack, open a browser and navigate to your device's IP followed by the specific port. Follow the initial setup steps to create your admin account and start organizing and controlling your smart home. For more detailed information, guides, and ideas to get the most out of Home Assistant, check out the official website, linked in the description. The last service we're adding to our multi-service home server is WireGuard VPN. A VPN lets you securely connect to your home network from anywhere, giving you access to your services as if you were at home. Before deploying the stack in Portainer, we first connect via SSH to our Raspberry Pi, create the service folder, and assign the proper permissions for our user. Now go to Portainer Stacks, add stack, give it a name, and paste the code from our blog. Once the stack is deployed, you'll just need to make one adjustment in your router to allow external connections. You can find the complete step-by-step instructions in our blog post. And that's it. You can access all your services from any device on your local network or from anywhere using the VPN tunnel. This project shows just how much power a Raspberry Pi has when combined with tools like Docker and Portainer. If you have ideas for other services to add to a home server, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to share this project and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.